What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Bro Heyman, and this is
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect...
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, over 830 some Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgat on the Twitter, back live, and for the foreseeable future, I think we're live until Christmas. And with me, my usual podcast buddy. You're my podcast pal, man. He is the only man with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is Mad Mike.
Hi, Sorg.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Hey,
You-
how you doing, podcast?
You and I always I know we talked. It was so great. Like, I got to hang out with you a couple times late last year, and I realized I don't think I've seen you in person this year. That means because I haven't. Wait, no, did I get back through? No, because I had to fly back from Boston. That's right. And I just a moment to recognize that Mike and I have this relationship, and probably have not seen each other in person more than both hands full of times in our lives, I think, at this point, right? So, it's not that many times.
It's not that. No, I have a question.
Mhm.
Are you counting just like when I would take trips to Pittsburgh as one time?
Yeah, I think collectively.
Okay.
I hung out with you for a weekend. That's a time. You know,
Okay.
we hung out at New York Comic Con. That's a time. You know.
Well, I mean, but you were also staying at my place, so I
Yes.
like unless I was in the bathroom, I wasn't not seeing you. But like,
Oh, where was he always?
like if I was in town for a
regardless.
wedding or something like that, and we hung out
Yes,
several times,
I just think
I
that's cool.
consider that several times.
Or like like the Tinas and the Alexes of our group that I've literally seen once. You know,
Sure.
you know,
I still, to this day, I don't know if I've ever met Bobby.
Bobby is still a Figment.
Yeah.
There was something
I forget if I had.
we're trying to figure out like because Eamon moved to town and we're trying to. You
that
haven't met
motherfucker
him.
he was in Jersey. and
Yes.
he never even messaged me once. That
Well,
upset.
we'll just.
I
Now
know
he's a
he-
lot closer to you, so we'll have to make this work. He's only a state away from you, so.
Yeah, I know.
But
We'll have to
anyways,
figure it out.
Geography Mayhem Show aside, we're starting a little bit late. I'm going to log in the chat room here and see how you guys do, and we are live on so many places. Oh man, we got a poster already for that show. Sorry, I just saw. By the way, if you want to take a trip on Friday, November 11th, five-day Friday. $5 tickets for our friends VCW with the Beastman and friends down there. And we're actually looking to do something fun for everybody who can't make it to West Virginia as well, for leading into something we're doing cool really soon. Sorry, I just saw an update. Oh, yeah, this is a later show. I got the extra coffee, got the pumpkin spice coffee, 10 p.m. Here on the East Coast, and both AEW and NXT. We waited for the overrun because, respect to the overrun. Respect
Hey,
the overrun.
you know what? I'm glad we did.
Yes.
Because there was something happen on the NXT overrun.
There was something
And
very
something
we'll get to it.
that none of us thought of and could make a lot of sense, could make other people upset.
I think after a couple weeks of this current pattern, I think we would have come to this, but it came pretty quick. But anyways, we'll get to all that. But anyways, this
That's
is the
what she
Wrestling
said.
Mayhem Show. Hey, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You hit us up at the email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Zoom really didn't like you tonight. You can also, 412-206-WMS0 is the hotline, please. If you really want to have your voice heard, that's a way that you can call us up, and we could use it on the show here. And
Remember,
also,
I started by I started becoming a co-host on this show by posting on MySpace.
It is something of an audition, isn't it? So
It is.
Of course, we are here live every Tuesday night on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook, YouTube, the Circus Media Twitch, as well as the IndyWrestling.us YouTube and Twitch pages. You can stream us wherever you like. We got the chat rooms for about all of them up. Hold on, I got to turn on the chat rooms for all those. Okay, there they are. And so thank you everybody that's joined us on any of those platforms. And we are, and let us know what you think of the 10 o'clock. NXT has become way more eventful that we don't feel like throwing it on the background and half ignoring it. Should we move the Wrestling Mayhem Show post NXT? Should we respect the overrun more? Should we do a later show? I'm sure those on the West Coast would love this idea. But let us know. Let us know. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, at Mayhem Show on the Twitter or on the social medias. Maybe we'll throw a thread up in the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group. Let us know in the chat room now how you are right now, and all that stuff. So, and of course, you can subscribe to us on all your podcasts. Also, there might be a little bit of we're looking to do some cleanup. We're doing a lot of cleanup for the show and everything. A little bit of just cleaning up, housekeeping. Yes, that landing was right. Yeah. But there might be some, if you're keep an eye on your podcast feeds. We're going to be like collapsing some of them together here soon. The super feed's going to go away because we're really only doing this show now because things have turned into other projects that are not in the podcast feed. Interesting enough, in a positive way. So look out for that. If you are getting us on the super feed, we're going to make sure we're going to try to take care of you. I'm looking at some options right now, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going on there. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. A lot of guys do support the show, and we thank you so very much. A lot of you giving your hard-earned money, and also those that are helping out, with the community and everything like that too. Thank you so much to our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity, woo, as well as Ed Burke, Team Hammer Fist, as well as the Poppy Club level, our friends Dave Ponder and Bobby F. J-Town. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz. And let me roll back a second. Also give an extra shout out to Dave Ponder, who has been taking on, if you love those clips that show up in a lot of our social media over the last several months, Dave Ponder is responsible for that. And thank you for helping us so much with getting that off the ground. And we're actually been talking about kind of doing some extra work around that here in the future too. Hey, it's Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz, as well as at the manager level, Bradley and the Mother of Dragons, Tina Keys. Thank you so much, everybody that keeps the Mayhem world going around. And I'm old, I'm tired, and I listen to podcasters and sometimes fall asleep. So 10 o'clock is not a good idea. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, drink a coffee and stay up.
You know what,
us.
Sorg? Let's split the difference. 9:30.
9:30, 9:45. I was actually considering officially making the time 10:05 in pure TBS style, so we have time after whatever overrun on NXT might have. I wanted that to be the ongoing joke, maybe, if we do this alteration.
We turn the podcast feed into Superstation.
Yes, we're looking at the Wrestling Mayhem Show Superstation. That would have been great when we had like 5 different shows, some 5 years ago, right?
When we had
Right. Well, I've always had the dream of having all this stuff and it's on a feed and just as a loop thing, but we have like 3 shows now on the network.
If we were to do the midweek war now, would I have to do a Triple H impression?
I don't even know at this point.
Like,
yeah,
would
you would.
The midweek war. Would it be that instead?
Did I talk to you about how mad I was for the Brian Gerwitz book when the reader was doing the Triple H impression? I'm so upset about that because you can tell the reader of the book, the narrator of the book, does no idea any of these things, and the Triple H, so we know the thing. It's like I'm the game, but in that it makes
it's a me Mario but angrier.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's a me, it's Triple H.
Like it's there, but it's not as overpronounced, and you make it overpronounced. But like the way like the reader, it's like made him sound like he was like thinking of the next word, the game. There was a UHH at the end. Which is how it's written, but shouldn't be how it's read. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that just doesn't connect, right? And, like you see the word malevolent written and you do not pronounce it in your head appropriately, right?
Malevolent.
Yeah, that's been a comic book problem with me for years.
Hermione.
What's that?
Hermione.
Permione?
I heard a lot of people pronounce Hermione Hermione until they heard it in the movie.
Because it was a book, yeah.
Hermione.
That's the other reason why I don't read fantasy books, because I would always make the wrong. Like I need I need Game of Thrones to tell me what their names are.
Oh God, I still don't. Game of Thrones has too many characters. I don't even know.
What is that? I wouldn't even. Oh, dude, I wouldn't even start. Listen, going from The Hobbit to Fellowship of the Ring, I fell right off.
And especially now in this Lord of the Dragon shit, they're starting to reuse names. I'm like, nope, no, just
what? Wait. House of the Dragon, you mean?
House of the Dragon.
Oh, really?
Lord of the Dragon, yeah.
Listen, there's a Lord of the Rings show and there's House of the Dragon. Let's just imagine they're the same show. I haven't started either one of them yet. I'm still trying to watch the latest Star Trek show. I still
haven't finished Sandman.
I'm on like episode. I'm like 20 minutes into the third episode of Andor. I got a lot to do. To do. So.
All this stuff is hitting at once.
And it's hard for me to keep up on my shows because my treadmill's broken. So.
You know what I did finish though? She-Hulk.
Oh my God! My wife hated it. Hated it. I love She-Hulk. Hates the fourth wall. Hated how it finished. It was. I was like, "This is stupid," and I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. I think it's tremendous.
Sorg, guess what I'm dressing as for Halloween?
There it is.
And it's going to be
he's doing the wand thing. He has the knuckle thing.
I have the sling ring.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you're not doing the power of the punch?
No, I have the sling
It's not.
ring.
It's a wand. Listen, we gotta get the context since everybody just watched AEW that's watching this show right now live.
Yes.
That this is not the real William Regal impression. This is a.
No, this is a Wong impression.
Yes. Wongers. Is your wife going to be Madison?
Sure
Not what you think?
Sure is. Two N's and one Y, but
oh, she'd be amazing, Madison. Yes. Is she all for it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh my God. Oh my God. You better do TikToks. You better do video. I want pictures of all this stuff. Yeah. This needs to happen.
I'm very excited. My robe just came in the mail.
Oh my gosh. Should I dress up while I'm directing a show in Seattle the weekend of Halloween? Is that what should happen?
Sorg, I know.
Let me dress as Kevin Dunn.
I think we should do a Halloween night show.
Well, I mean, yeah, we should. Well, was it the day after Halloween, isn't it?
Well, no, Monday is Halloween.
Monday is Halloween. Oh, we should do a special edition?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll see what's left of me after that weekend. But
yeah, we'll dress in we'll all dress in costume. Everyone in the chat room has to dress in costume.
Yes. You know what? I mean, why not just a big?
And
Zoom?
You know what? I'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the chat room for Halloween, you have to post a picture of you in costume, and then we will have a Halloween costume contest. And for the winner, I will get something for them off the WWE shop clearance.
Well, I could give them. I could give some. I have product over here.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You have.
I kind of own an enterprise over here that has wrestling.
You have goodies too.
I do.
Yeah. Sorry. So there will be prize.
There will be a prize. Okay.
But you have to post a picture.
Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget that we did this.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we'll have a big Zoom call on that thing where everybody's like in the conference room, but they're all in costume. You know what I mean?
All right. So here's a Mad Mike story.
We should get the wrestling at some point here, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Listen, it's been like 2 weeks since Mike and I sat down and talked. So,
so for Halloween in my I want to say sophomore year of college, I decided to go to class in costume. I dressed as Bullseye from Daredevil, and I had a winter hat on with a bullseye on it, and I had this long black leather trench coat. Looked a little weird going into the school building, let me tell you. But it was pretty funny because I even put I didn't have a beard at that point, so I painted on a goatee so I looked like Colin Farrell.
Nice.
It was pretty great.
Nice. All right.
I was the only one in the class in costume, and take that what you will, but
He's that
didn't
guy.
stop. That didn't stop me
I
next
can't-
year from going as Gambit. So.
I can't remember last time I dressed up. I honestly cannot remember. I can't remember the time I've done anything for
Tina,
Halloween.
mouse ears do not count. You have
Mouse ear-
to
I mean, it's going to be probably. I mean, we're talking about like on a podcast, so waist up, So
Yeah. Like honestly, just take a
pants
picture.
optional. Like,
Take it. Yeah, you don't have to
just
stay
like
in the
podcast,
costume.
just
the
like
whole show. I
podcasting.
mean,
Pants optional.
pants optional, obviously.
Yes, pants optional podcasting. That's one of the benefits of it.
That's
why,
another podcast.
That's why we have curtains now. So at the studio here.
Pants optional podcast. Brought to you by Sorgatron Media.
That's gonna be our. That's, I've been thinking about how to get more clients in that do podcasting at the studio.
Hey,
because we haven't had anybody post COVID.
RJ City has a whole thing where he talks in his underwear.
Yeah, he does.
So...
If I lose another 20 or 30 pounds, maybe I can pull that off too.
It's still gonna be from the waist up.
That is true. I mean, I think I've developed some decent legs at this point. I mean, from this angle, I can tell.
Honestly, my legs are the best part. So,
yeah?
Yeah, so I would do a podcast
Mike,
where I show only legs.
Mike, we have to have a leg off then. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't
Maybe
know.
10 o'clocks aren't a good idea. Because it's
Well,
got a little bit...
You've just out. Well, no, 10 o'clock after not having a show for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, shall we talk about wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling.
All right, there was a lot of wrestles tonight. First of all,
last night, because we didn't talk about Raw.
We have to address, first of all, I think, holy crap, that match, the AEW, which of course ended with what appears to be a, okay, what was I saying? Oh, okay. It has to be a serious injury the way they were treating things. Things were so off the rails with the show. If you didn't watch NXT because it's Tuesday and you do other things, or NXT is your bag, about roughly 10 minutes to the hour. There was a part where Paige took a really nasty, looked like it was a clothesline, landed his head on. They should put a camera on me if I'm talking to. And there's too many screens. I don't know which one's live. But anyways. And they stopped the match. Medical stopped the match. Everything.
Yeah, they loosened the ropes. They didn't show the ring. Medical personnel came out. The announcers were filling. I just I wasn't able to catch all of AEW tonight. I mainly tuned in live for the end. I saw a couple segments here and there. But I tuned in right on the aftermath of that, and I just hope Hangman's okay.
Absolutely, and even Moxley, with his promo, really kind of puts you to a dark place. Let's as a side.
Yeah, I mean, I know Moxley's all hyped up and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, and last I checked, he's not a medical professional.
He's not a medical professional. He needs to do something to help the situation. He's just been wrestling for 20 minutes, and has to do something off the cuff like that. And we all know how his post-show promos go. So it was like a little bit of that and a little bit of that, selling. He's doing what he needs to do while he's on TV, selling the importance of what is happening in front of them that they're trying not to show, address the fans' worry of what is happening. That is obviously off script.
Because I mean, if you're a fan, and then all of a sudden you hear Mox call out MJF, you could be thinking this is the work. This isn't work.
There's actually Tina had a sister and mother, was it? Were in the crowd in Cincinnati, and she's saying that the crowd, sis were there. There's a summer energy in the crowd with how it went down. There was obviously something wrong there, and the crowd was showing love. We actually heard on TV a little bit of cowboy shit as they were getting him up and out. So it's a horrible setback for him because he was doing such great stuff. And I'm sure post MJF, I'm sure he'd be in the mix not too long in the future again in the title, because he's been great AEW original. That's been a great thing for the company.
Yeah, and we were even talking before we went live that obviously the plans for this show completely got screwed up, whatever they were.
Yeah, at the very least, timing wise. So
Yeah. Yeah, because I had sent out a tweet earlier today that I was calling my shot that MJF was leaving with the belt. And who knows if that was the plan and if they just called an audible. But I just like I don't know.
My impression is they skipped to the end of the plan. That's my take on things. We'll disagree on it. Only they know for sure. But,
I mean, it could be either or.
Mm-hmm.
It could be either or. Like, you know, it really, because I also didn't figure on the promo that MJF had with Regal, where like
right. Well, that's
because basically MJF is in the middle of a face turn.
Yes. Well, yeah. He's in the
middle of a face turn. It's an aggressive
he's in the middle of a character change. We'll say that. And I think we're in a very gray area thing because
no, I think it's a face turn. I think much in the way that Austin turned face by just doing the same exact thing and directing it at different people.
Yeah.
MJF can do the exact same thing.
Yep. That was a pretty great promo they had earlier in the night. I know you didn't see like all of it, but you maybe saw bits and pieces and tweets and stuff, right? Like it was a very big address of him being there with extra work. He mentioned Brian Myers and I think Creative Pro. I think it was still Creative Pro back then. Getting extra work, Regal and an email and that he read every day when he kind of got rejected by Regal after a while. So it sounds like a very real thing.
Regal was a big talent scout for WWE back in the day. So like a lot of the NXT guys, Regal was the one who brought them in.
Yep. And I actually listened to a little bit of Regal's podcast from this week talking about it, and he said, this is a story to tell, which I felt like was a little aside so they could do this thing this week. Like he's not going to tell what the issue is because the issue needs to be told, on TV and in the ring, right, as part of the story. So like I thought that was masterfully done. First, Regal's amazing. I mean, Regal's amazing. MJF's amazing. It's a masterclass in it. It's pulling a little bit. It's pulling some real life. It's pulling some of the behind the scenes in, and it makes that really cool. Like I think everybody's doing a really good job now of a little bit of that, intermingling. The facts and fictions of wrestling, and that's where I think that's a nice sweet spot. That's where it gets exciting. That's where you're like, how real is this, right? And your brain starts trying tricks on what's going on with pro wrestling. It helps buy you in, latch you in even more, right? So because I'm sure like MJF has told a version of the story and how he was pissed at Regal for one thing or another, like on a podcast or something, a year or 2, 3 ago.
Oh right? Yeah, well he's done so many interviews at this point now too.
Exactly. So that plays into something like that. And it plays into this is why I act this way, and all that kind of stuff. So no, I think it's been masterfully done. I think it's been tremendous. And it makes me want to see that Moxley match even more. With Regal in tow, right? They were doing. You didn't see that there's a little bit of dissension because now they did the sit down with Renee. Nene, by the way, I love that Nene's on AEW now, or that Nene's doing anything in wrestling right now. Although I love the podcast.
Oh, I'm happy she's back. I'm happy Kathy Kelly's back.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's great.
Listen. We could just be equally happy that everybody's back. Well, like in a good space, whatever show they're on. And
I'm still hoping that everything is okay with Saraya.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and they haven't used it for a couple weeks either, right?
I'm still very, very hesitant about that. And honestly,
yeah,
this Hangman situation makes me even more scared.
Well,
because the Hangman situation, that's an accident. It happens in the ring all the time.
Yes.
It happens with Saraya. I don't even want to think about it. That's why I don't like watching a lot of Danielson matches in AEW.
Yeah, I know that's bothersome.
I don't like watching,
but
I'll watch it.
Everybody's an adult. Everybody's an adult and makes their own decisions. I know several family members that make decisions against their own health and have paid for it. So, like the wrestlers are doing the same thing. I mean, wrestling in general is not good for your health. So, I mean, we're kind of in a very morally, ethically rough situation here.
But there's kind of a difference as the way.
No. When there's a known, you're talking about there's a known issue, and
like
in one
like
way
there's
or another.
like if you look at Edge's return, Edge ain't taking ladder bumps.
Yeah.
Edge is barely bumping.
Sure.
Edge is doing more storytelling in the ring than anything else. Like Edge is playing this as safe as humanly
I don't know.
possible.
I don't know if
Daniel
this
Bryan
is
literally going balls to the wall.
I don't know, and then maybe I'm more emotionally callous to this. It's the best way I can think of putting it, because I have a thing where if I see somebody injured in the ring in wrestling, I pay no mind to it, and this is production side. I will watch people I know get injured in the ring. To the point where we had a thing a couple months ago where somebody looked really bad off, and they came back and they're like, "Is he okay? You know, he was looking like I was really worried about him." And I was like, "Oh yeah, he's back here laughing. He's good. He's good." You know, like I do not, and I told my wife this several times. I'm like, I do not trust that somebody is actually injured until I see them in the back still injured. You know what I mean? Or after the show,
but you know, a lot of us don't have like that kind of access.
No, we don't have that access. So all you have is what happened, right?
Yeah.
All you have is what happened before you, and you can only suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe there is a problem until I see a report of, oh yeah, he's injured. Oh yeah, he went to his hospital. You know, like I got to check the dirt sheets. I got to check Twitter. I got to check, something like that. And still, it could still get me. If they're really going hard and going, we talk about Annie Kaufman a lot this week, because that was one of the Territory show on Vice. By the way, the Territory show on Vice is fucking amazing. 2 episodes in, it's like part Table for 3 mixed with like a little bit of the Dark Side of the Ring reenactment vibe. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but
yeah.
from what I've heard, it sounds
first couple episodes are the Jarretts and Lawler and Dutch. And I love Jerry is asking. Or, I'm sorry, Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett. No. Jeff Jarrett is asking Jerry Lawler if things were real, if certain things were real or not. Like he's like, after all these years, I don't know if this was a real thing you did or not. He was like, oh yeah, that was real. Like that kind of thing. That like Jeff Jarrett.
Kayfabe.
Yeah.
Like from what I've heard, because I remember I watched an interview with Jerry Lawler when he was doing Man on the Moon. And even then, he said it was like he was back in time because Jim Carrey was going totally method.
And
he would only be addressed as Andy.
And that was a whole thing. And then it turned kind of turned realish and reenacted and became a story in itself, right?
Yeah.
And that's real. God, that's the fucking magic of wrestling. That's very cool. And the beautiful thing is Mike, I think I've told you some of them off air, but like that's still like, at least on this local level, a lot of the shows we work, like that still happens. You know what I mean? Like there's I love that some people, some of the guys and girls that we know appreciate that part of it so much that they go all in on something like this. There's something that happened a year ago that people still ask me about and don't know if it was how real it was or not, right? Like that's and that's beautiful, that's great. That's wrestling is suspending that disbelief, or not to say fooling people, but kind of fooling people, right? Being real enough that it becomes real. And you work yourself in the chute, brother. But anyways, that's why I stick around. One of the reasons. Checking, and also along those lines, good vibes going out to the Rev after some stuff this weekend as well. So, but anyways. Where was I going with that? So we were talking about that. We're talking about the injuries, and a little bit of everything there. The Territories show is really good. AEW tonight, I was so good, Mike, and this is something I probably appreciate more than you do. It was so good to see Dalton Castle and Chris Jericho tonight. That was very, very cool. Jerry Lynn had a bit of a cameo at the end there.
I love Dalton Castle being able to get like a spotlight and stuff. Like,
and he got
great. I don't like what Jericho's doing. I don't like the story. I don't like the angle.
And that's I don't like anything about it. I love what he's doing with it. I think it's amazing.
All right, so but see I would love what he was doing
Mm-hmm.
if he was doing this on an ROH show.
Right, but we don't have an ROH show.
But
So
see, this is my problem with the whole thing.
So why? So I mean, it's a good storyline that's happening on TV. You know, it's keeping the Ring of Honor name alive. They're still they are honoring and introducing so many people. This, like Mike, do you see what the purpose of the storyline is? Is to introduce the history of Ring of Honor to so many people. Even
I know
more.
what it is. That doesn't. But this should be done on a Ring of Honor show.
I agree.
This should be done on
I
a Ring of
agree.
Honor show.
I wish we had a Ring of Honor show.
Because there's a lot of people and a lot of AEW titles that are not getting.
If there was a Ring of Honor show, it would be happening. But there isn't. And that is not in anybody's control. The negotiations are wherever they are.
It's in Tony Khan's control. He was the one who chose.
No.
He was the one who chose to put. No, but he was the one who. All right, so
Tony Khan doesn't own a network.
Okay, hold on. So we want to highlight the history of Ring of Honor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Mercedes Martinez?
Injured, I believe.
Nope, not injured at all.
Okay.
Just recently tweeted that she has not defended the title since the last pay-per-view and hasn't been on TV since. If you're going to do this, do it equally.
Okay.
Do it equally.
Okay.
Because it's almost like saying that Ring of Honor doesn't have a women's division.
Okay.
And no, but like, if that's what you want to do, then you need to give equal time to everyone.
Okay. Well,
and because I just fucking hate the AEW becomes the Chris Jericho show.
Well,
Chris Jericho is on Dynamite for at least 25 to 30 minutes every week.
Okay.
In some form or fashion.
Oh, so remember, this is a time where there's about 4 major names that are not a part of AEW.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because, but listen, when the major names that you probably had a through line for this period of time disappear, you go to your Moxleys and Jerichos and Page.
Okay, or you could also build people up.
Well, you need to.
Where's Ricky Starks?
That's a good question. Very good question. Very good question. I don't know.
Where's Miro? Why isn't Wardlow being pushed as a singles wrestler? Why isn't Samoa Joe being pushed as a singles wrestler?
Well, I don't hate a Wardlow situation, but
I do because they're not a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a tag team. They're not even a tag. They're singles champions. Sorg.
Mm-hmm.
They're singles champions that have not been given a single storyline.
Okay.
And one of them is an ROH TV champion who should be given, if we're doing this thing, he should be given a storyline.
Mm-hmm. Well, the story is Wardlow versus I forget who they're feuding with.
Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't matter because they're two powerhouses that it's not a story. It's just putting them on TV to squash someone. It's Omos in tag team form.
Is that so bad?
Yes, because they're champions.
Okay.
They're individual champions.
Okay.
Wardlow has not had a single feud for his championship since he won it.
Okay.
That's not good.
Well, I'd say he'd had a little bit of a feud with the whole Mark Sterling faction for a few weeks.
Okay.
That counts. No, they did. And the whole thing was getting Sterling. And he finally got Sterling. So, like...
When did he get Sterling?
He ended up getting Sterling at the end there. Because I think he wore a neck brace for a week. I'm sorry, it might have been dark where it doesn't matter. Anyways, by the way...
Because when I watched this interview with Tony Khan says he puts out 3 hours of TV a week.
Of TV?
He doesn't count Dark and Dark Elevation.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He didn't mention them once.
Okay. All right.
He didn't mention them once.
They're the YouTube show. They're referred to as a YouTube show. Okay.
If Tony Khan doesn't mention it, guess what?
Yeah, well, nobody talks about main event either.
I never said it. I never said main event counted.
Okay, or next level, or
I never said level up counted.
Sure. Next level up. Yeah.
Nope. NXT level up. I never said they counted.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, if the owner of the company doesn't acknowledge their existence.
Okay, but they are still something that happens where wrestlers wrestle and have good matches. And by the way, Dark Elevation was one of the best episodes I've ever seen. They had the Bollywood boys. They had these TikTok twins that were amazing. Athena and this Jody.
They weren't called the TikTok twins.
No, they're not. I can't remember their names.
Okay,
but
good.
the whole deal is, like, I followed them on TikTok. Like, they're like huge TikTokers, like have with like millions of followers and everything. Logan Paul without the controversy.
Oh boy!
And they're just like high fiving. It's stupid. It's amazing. I love it. I loved it so much. And they got just fucking swamped by Butcher and the Blade. It was so good.
You want to know how serious the Hangman stuff is? MJF just tweeted prayers for Hangman.
Okay. All right.
That's MJF.
Yes, absolutely.
He doesn't break for anything.
They had that, and there's this match with Athena and Jody Thread, I think her name is, that got fucking, I don't know.
I saw some clips of this.
Oh my god, that was fucking great.
I mean, okay, but given what we just witnessed, is it?
What?
I mean, maybe we shouldn't be doing every match strong style.
Oh, okay. Okay, New Japan. What? You know? I mean, like this. Are you saying are you anti-strong style now?
One of my favorite wrestlers is The Miz.
Okay.
hashtag King of Safe Style.
Okay. Oh,
Man.
I'm starting to figure this out.
Hashtag King of Safe Style.
Oh my God, I'm starting to figure this out, Mike. I'm realizing our place in this world and our butting of the heads. You know, I was talking about the thing with AEW a couple weeks ago that I figured out. This is the next thing. And you know what? I'm going to get to it after I talk about how people can check out pro wrestling at IndyWrestling.us. Okay, IndyWrestling.us. By the way, 3 shows this weekend. Basically, all of our Indie Wrestling US content happened this weekend. VCW's Grave Encounters, including there are 2 casket matches. The casket match between Remy LeVay and Izzy Lambert, as well as Cradle to the Grave was the Rise Wrestling show, which featured MV Young in a casket match against Giddy Cahoon, I think the guy's name is. PB Enterprises debuted as a team, and the Runway and everybody there, and then we had our friends at Renegade Wrestling Alliance, where the Rock and Roll Express defended their tag team championship. Unfortunately, dropped those 2 bulking season. Congratulations to them. You beat Legends, maybe not in the best way. You have to check the show to check it out. Mike, there was a near riot. I had flashbacks. I think I have a little PTSD from the promotion, I'm realizing. Very, very good shows. You got a lot of wrestling to catch up to. It is now on currently, they're in various states of uploading right now. So I believe all the titles are on the YouTube Ringside members. A couple of them are on the VODs, and of course they'll be up actually it should be up by now on the Indie Wrestling Network as well, and you can get DVDs of those as well, of all of those shows at IndyWrestling.us. All the links to whatever flavor of the shows as soon as they are ready, and they should be all ready by the morning, honestly, here on this Tuesday night. Go get your wrestling fix, your Pittsburgh, West Virginia wrestling fix, and everything, and also good vibes going out to the Beast Man. Speaking of apparently multiple hospital visits, he did get he was admitted to the hospital over the weekend. He was there on Sunday at the show, was not cleared to wrestle, but I understand he even missed the show on Saturday as well. So vibes going out to him for some difficulties he was going through. So not COVID, not flu, not anything like that. Still working on it. So good vibes to the friend of the show, the Beast Man, who literally made his mark on the wall over here. So which everybody asked me about when they come into the studio. But somebody a couple weeks ago said, "Why did you let the Beast Man write on your wall?" And I was like, "What makes you think I let him?" So that's how that goes. But anyways, IndyWrestling.us. Anyways, Mike, I figured us out. I know why we butt heads so much. This is it. I mean, and this is, and please walk with me on this. Don't take any offense by this. This is going to be a giant generalization of the idea here. I believe in the long run, and I think you just illustrated it with the comment you made a few moments ago, I think in the difference is I am a wrestling fan, and you, sir, are a sports entertainment fan.
No, that's not true. no, I feel like
I think
No,
it
no.
is. I think
because
if you were able to.
Sheamus and Walter beat the shit out of each other, and I loved it.
Okay.
No, but I, based on the amount of people that I've seen injured at AEW, I feel more squeamish watching that product. That just as a general rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm. Injuries happen. But injuries happen.
Of course they do, but they seem to happen more frequently. Like, Adam Cole may never wrestle again.
I think there's a difference. I feel like there's been injuries. Like, I feel like there. I feel like there's enough going on.
It's difference between Kenny Omega, where his injuries have accumulated over time,
Mm-hmm.
and like freak accidents like Ruby Riott getting her nose broken because
Mm-hmm.
two schmucks didn't want to protect her in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
or Matt Hardy getting his head.
No, that
busted
shit needs to be taken care of. No,
but Matt Hardy getting his head bounced on concrete and continuing the match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stuff like that seems to happen in AEW a lot more than it does in WWE. And
Okay.
I get and because the fan base is so virulent, like, towards it, like, they love that shit, and I get it, and that's great, and that's fantastic. I get squeamish watching it a lot of times. Like, even Tina admitted earlier in the chat that sometimes Danielson matches can be tough to watch.
Sure.
And like, it just is, like, it's. I don't want to see, like, if I wanted to see that kind of stuff, I'd go back to watching UFC.
I mean, this is like how I hate watching, like, the shindy stuff around here, because I'm like, this guy's not trained and somebody's going to get hurt and I don't want to be here for it. Like, is that the vibe that we're talking about?
Kinda.
Yeah?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Like honestly, if I'm watching Dynamite just to catch up on the stories,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll fast forward through some of the matches.
Okay. All
Like,
right.
Just because, like, spoiler alert, you can find good wrestling on every TV show ever. No,
more or less. More or less.
No, I'd say every company that puts out a televised or a YouTube or a streaming product,
Mhm.
you will find 1 to 2 good matches, if not minimum,
Mhm.
every show.
Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, this isn't like back in the day where companies weren't putting on good matches.
Yeah.
Every company's putting on good matches.
And this is where I do.
like-
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm here more for the story than
No.
the matches. And a lot
That's
of
why
times,
I
like,
say sports entertainment versus
no,
wrestling.
storytelling.
Sports
You can tell
entertainment.
storytelling with wrestling matches.
Entertainment with sports. Sports entertainment.
No, because then I would like the Jericho's story more. Right?
Right. No.
And I don't.
No, because that's wrestling. That's where they trick you.
No, that's sports entertainment.
It's in the name.
It's
The marquee says sports. The marquee literally says sports entertainment. You're right there. You got me there.
Yeah, like, but like I.
But you see what
I don't want to feel like there's potential that I'm not going to see this person wrestle again after this match.
Right.
I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling in any, like, and Moxley versus Hangman. Moxley, yes, works a little stiff, but I don't get that around him because I know he's, for the most part, very safe and protected.
Yeah, no, I think, and I think the thing tonight, they were obviously going really hard. They're trying to.
Oh yeah, it's a freak accident.
It's a
Stuff
freak
like that
accident.
happens.
It is not. I don't think anybody was careless. I mean, if you look at the way, because I think it was like, and please, people in the chat room that saw it maybe a couple more times than I did, because I was definitely multitasking.
It's a spot that Hangman does all the time.
Yeah, because it's
a sell off of Larry.
Yeah,
that he literally does all the time.
He's the one that does, like, he gets hit, but he's the one that does the flip. You know what I mean? Like,
I see it
doesn't
in literally every match he does.
Right. Like, I my limited wrestling knowledge, and there's a good comment, and again, for these kind of conversations, I really wish we would have a wrestler present for it to tell us where we're out of line, because they know the physics of this, right? Like we can only suppose based on what we're seeing, which goes to the conversation of what's real and isn't, you know. So, and how things are presented and these kinds of things. So you know, so that's one more of that. I don't classify it in the same way as the Ruby thing.
But there are people on AEW who seem to be a little less concerned about whether it's intentional or unintentional. It just seems like there are people who like, I don't want to watch them in the ring because I'm afraid something is going to happen.
Like how
I don't. That Sammy Guevara versus Danielson match, I'm just not going to watch. Spoiler alert: I'm not going to watch that next week because.
Is that happening?
Between Guevara being potentially very careless and Brian going as hard as I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't.
Another reason to hate Sammy.
He was the one that dropped Ruby right on her fucking face. And if that happens with Danielson and it's in the wrong angle, you don't want that. You don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that.
And I don't know. Is there a vibe? You know, I have not seen reports. Is there a backstage vibe of Sammy being considered unsafe after that incident? You know, or other incidents or anything like that.
Clearly, Sorg.
He's the one that was not excused. So,
Sorg, he got in a fight with Andrade and still won the main event. They literally let Sammy do whatever he wants.
Do we know? Like, they got in a fight, but who is being blamed on that one?
Well, Andrade was sent home, and his match was canceled that they actually put storyline time into.
Right.
And Sammy Guevara was given the winning pinfall in the main event.
I mean, can we be open to the idea, not knowing any details, not being backstage, not being present to the situation as a whole, that Andrade might have been the problem?
If this were multiple times for Andrade being involved in backstage shenanigans, I'd agree with you, but it's not. Sammy is a habitual line stepper, as the kids like to say.
Yeah,
like it started with the comments you say about Sasha years ago. It's continued with the Eddie Kingston stuff, and it continued with the Andrade stuff.
And Tina's saying, wasn't it Sammy the one that complained that Andrade hit too hard? Fucking.
But see, Andrade is safe. I don't feel squeamish watching Andrade matches at all.
No.
Like him, Penta, Phoenix, like, yeah, they go hard.
Squeamish. Did you see the pictures of the Penta mask match from AAA this weekend?
I sure did.
Holy shit, I need to get that one. So, oh man. And of course, friend of the show, Joe Dombrowski, on the call for the English feed for that. But man, that looks incredible. That was that one that Matt was telling us about, where it was a tournament to see who ends up in a mask match.
Yeah,
like that's been happening over a year. So that's God, fucking Japanese or Spanish wrestling. So I've been taking Duolingo and some Spanish lessons, and I'm considering trying to watch AAA without the English commentary and see if we can start picking up on things. Okay, I've only been in the intro section, but still,
Sorg,
listen, if they do any
is,
spots with some water or bread and boys and girls,
and a biblioteca.
No, actually, there's been no bibliothèque in this intro. It's been, I know what bread is. I know what water is. I know what a suitcase is. I know.
Sorg, if you watch it AAA without the comment
and genders,
the closed captioning, all I can say is Buenas suertes.
I need to rewatch Lucha Underground and see if I understand the chants. That's what needs to happen.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and
by the way,
subtitles. Oh man, this is what I need to do. I own the entire series on Apple.
Sorg, I forgot.
What the heck is this? What is this? Those are Blu-ray. You got them on Blu-ray?
We got them on Blu-ray.
Holy shit! Are those legal?
Nope. They sure aren't. But you know what?
Sorry, friends of the show.
Hey, you know what? Tubi pulled the show off for me.
No.
It's not on Tubi anymore. I was at Comic-Con.
Oh no.
And I haven't done something like this in a hot minute. But I saw them all there. And
Are they
I'm
still sealed?
Yeah, I haven't opened.
I'm really concerned about this.
I did get the so I talked to the guy. I'm like, what if they don't work? He told me to take a picture of the contact information. If they don't work, they'll send me a new disc.
Okay. All right. That's kind of our
That's-
policy. Did you
That's what I said.
US?
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you just made a sale.
Okay. All right.
You just made a sale. So I don't know when I'm going to start this rewatch.
You got to pull one in to make sure the quality's okay.
Oh yeah,
Like you got to do that
yeah.
soon.
I'm excited for it. Like I'm
oh
excited.
man,
For it.
I wish I could.
But yeah,
Wow. I feel like you should have just bought it on iTunes. What? How much?
I mean-
can I ask how much you paid for that?
for the whole series,
Yeah.
$75.
75. That's probably about what you would pay online. All right.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
want to watch stuff.
And I
through
think
Apple
it is
TV
the
because
only
I don't
physical. It's probably. I mean, they did not release physical copies of the show. I'm fairly certain.
Oh
they
no,
did not.
they did.
They did.
They did a while back, but they were like $90 each.
That
That was the only reason I didn't buy them.
Were they originally
the site.
$90 or?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause they probably didn't have the distribution to get into like Walmart and shit. So
No, they did not.
Yeah.
They sold them through the El Rey site.
I mean, there were no Wrestling Society X, but you know, I want to watch those again. If you just, I feel like I want to watch it, or at least go through all the extra features.
Yeah, like now I'm gonna look in the Apple store and see if Lucha Underground is on there.
Well, it's on. I know it's on there. I own it there, so but I would imagine they're still selling it. But I mean, I'm curious comparatively.
Oh yeah, no, I made out.
Yeah, you mean
I made out. First season of Lucha Underground is $45.
okay.
Second season's 28, and the fourth season is 3102.
Fourth season. Wait, so and you only got like the first 3?
I think it's combined.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
it's combined because I think one of them was the shortened season.
I'm gonna double check that I actually got. No, I do have all 4 seasons. I definitely have all 4 seasons. And that is definitely worth a rewatch. Oh boy, how many are there? Oh, yeah, we're going down the rabbit. Well, the first season had 39 episodes, 27, 41 for season 3, 23. That's weird. They really kind of went back and forth on those.
Oh, okay. So season 1, season 3, and season 4 they have on Apple.
I'm sorry.
But for some reason they don't have season 2.
They don't have season 2? Oh, I have it. I mean, it might be because I bought it, but
Maybe. No, I don't know. Is season 1 39 episodes?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. That's what I got in here. It's in my library. So God, 2014, so long ago. Wait, season 1 was 2014, 2016, 2016.
Oh, okay. It looks like this season 3 is season 2 and season 3 together. Maybe, I don't know. No, it's not.
Because 2 and 3 are marked as 2016, but they're like 27 and 41 episodes respectively. So
All right, so I still have to find Lucha Underground season 4 somewhere. Then.
yeah. See if that reflects on the listings, but
Yeah.
hey, you have the contact information. Ask him when he gets 4 ready.
I do.
There you go.
I'll probably do that.
In the meantime, I don't know. Maybe I can put you on a family share or something.
Well, I mean, I gotta wait till I get back.
You have some time. You have some time. You have hours and hours of it to watch. So, oh boy. We should go over. There's a pay-per-view this weekend, and I think it's a pretty tremendous. It's pretty tremendous what they're doing with this. I gotta say, well, we'll talk about it I think after the break here, in a moment here. But yeah, we're gonna talk NXT. We're gonna make a point to talk about NXT, Mike.
Yeah.
What has this show become?
I like NXT.
A year ago, did we think we were gonna come back around to this? I was doubtful. That's for sure. I was a hard no for the longest time on NXT, but we'll get to that in a minute. In the meantime, give a shout out to our friends at Slice on Broadway, feeding our guests or just the Sorg. Or just the Sorgs, so we can get the shows done and not forget to eat. Thank you to our friends over there at Slice on Broadway, now with 5 locations, by the way. By the way, Tina, we need to touch base on next week. We got to do some logistics about this thing, or are we going to wait till Thanksgiving? I'm not sure. And by the way, if I bring you Slice on Thanksgiving, does it have to be like a turkey pizza? Because I don't think it's going to last on the flight very well. Anyways, check them out. Our friends SliceOnBroadway.com. New York City style. Yins are made. Tell them the Mayhem Show sent you. We'll be right back after these messages with at least one outdated ad in there. I know. I have to fix that. But we'll be right back in about a few moments here.
Savon's Legendary Podcast.
Watch out on the TV network on Roku.
Grind City. And you know this, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right place, right time, out of nowhere.
To what you're saying.
Former tag team partner coming to save.
Tony Johnson, we saw him battle Edric earlier, but this is a 2-on-1 mugging.
We are back. It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Sorgatron here with the maddest of mics.
Yeah, I'm just looking up this Halloween Havoc card, Sorg.
Oh my. And apples. Yes, I know apples. I don't know tomatoes yet, Podner. Podner is my Duolingo buddy. Podner and Chachi are my Duolingo buddies over there. So I'm rolling with it. So, hey, this is what happens when we go later on the show. My mother-in-law jumps into the show. So, holy shit. Anyways, so all the West Coasters tune in when we do the letters. This is it. This is where we bridge the gap, man. This is where it happens. And also NXT is probably just starting for them on the West Coast, if I understand my time zones correctly. So, but anyways, manzanas. Would you like a manzanas? A nice juicy manzanas, Mike?
Oh man,
I'm hoping I'm saying apple and not woman.
You're definitely saying apple. You're saying apples.
Would you like?
It's close.
I'm still working on it. I'm new
to
this.
I can tell. It's fine. I took Spanish from pre-K all the way up to sophomore year of high school.
Okay. Missy took it in college, so she's like, I'm like, don't correct me. I need to learn this on my own.
Yeah, I know. It's killing me not to, But I'll let you go on your journey, Sorg.
All right.
Journey into sight and sound and manzanas.
Yes. I'm sorry, Garza, if you're listening.
Oh yeah,
that's who I'm going to piss off. What's that?
Speaking
of Lucha, I miss Garza. Oh my God, he was our freaking bilingual Yoda going through that show. I loved it.
Buenos, malos y cambios para Lucha Underground.
Well, what's that one? Good. What's that?
Good, bad, and what?
Oh yeah. Okay. It was a Spanish lesson every week.
Yeah.
We did that. I love.
By the way, I did appreciate when I looked up Lucha Underground in the Apple Store. Do you know what came up? The Midweek War.
They're still out there because I think
it came up.
Man, that's why I don't like shutting down podcast feeds, because I love that they just like live out there for somebody. Like sometimes I'll randomly get a comment on something from like 10 years ago on YouTube, right? But that's all on YouTube and stuff, so I guess that's fine. So it's archived somewhere. That's fine, except for Talk Shoe fuckers.
Oh, okay. Now season 2 is coming up for $40.
$40. That's yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. You made out on that. You just gave no money to. I don't even know who gets the money these days. Like I don't think the people we talk to do. I don't think they get royalties.
Wow. The last time we did a Lucha Underground episode was, oh my God. We couldn't have planned this.
No.
Almost 5 years ago to the day.
No.
October 19th, 2017. Midweek War Lucha Underground with Chris DeJoseph.
Oh, and we ended with the guy.
Well, yeah, because it was Ultima Lucha.
Oh man.
It was Ultima Lucha. We had.
And then we stopped because the season was over, and then there was another season. So.
Wow.
Man.
How long is this shit? This may be when I drive to work. This may be what I play.
Some good
I wonder how
flashbacks.
long this episode.
Good flash. I don't even know where it's served. I think it's on Spreaker or something.
Oh shit! This is a 2-hour episode.
No, and that was the side stuff. God, the stuff that we did. Anyways,
man,
NXT.
Wild.
So I am loving the full circleness that's happened. One,
I want to know the things you love about NXT.
Okay, the first thing I love about NXT. Let me give a precursor. Like I like how it's fun that we got to do these full circle things with AEW right now, where like Tony Schiavone's back on a Turner network, and and now Regal's like defending him on a Turner network, and they're calling back to that kind of stuff, and Sting's there, and this whole thing, right? And Jericho's back, and like that kind of idea, but that we have Halloween Havoc happening. And all of this is on a whole different network and ownership, which is also fantastic. That we're on a Halloween Havoc, and Chucky is involved.
Yep.
Just like in the late 90s.
And so is a Steiner.
And a Steiner is involved. And
my favorite thing, I don't know if you ever saw it. It was last Halloween, or maybe it was like Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I forget when it was, like, because I think they might have re-aired the first season of Chucky, or it was coming on Peacock or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think they were they're starting to cross them between Sci-Fi USA or something, right? Like they're doing that
it was
deal.
something like that.
Yeah.
But Chucky showed up in Braun Breaker's locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And Braun was like, "Hey, I know that guy." It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. I'm like,
this is all.
It's all a rich tapestry. It's all connected.
Oh my gosh! And we got Booker. And I know some people are hit or miss on Booker T as a commentator, but even having him on there and talking about how Harlem Heat got their start with a big match at Halloween Havoc and stuff like that. I love those nods. I love that it's a quote unquote pay-per-view again. And not just like a Tuesday random thing. I didn't see who ended up being the guest co-host for. You didn't watch.
It's Shotzi and Quincy Elliott.
It is Shotzi and Quincy because I thought they had a match for it.
I'm so excited. Quincy Elliott is kind of everything right now.
Okay, all right.
I love me some Quincy Elliott. I love it. Like that gimmick's never gonna be world champion, but goddamn, I'm glad it's on my TV.
Yes. And you never know. It could develop. You never know what it could evolve into, right? And it could very much be a contender down the road, right? So Halloween Havoc, again, love it. They're doing the spooky shit. So what am I liking about NXT? I watched actually. I put on last week's episode, and this is before this week where like everybody came back. We had the Good Brothers. We had Shotzi. We had Rhea.
They were doing the big
and I'm sure it was just as hot. Shinsuke came back, and I'm sure it's just as hot. The reactions I was seeing, but again, I'm double watching with AEW, which takes away from both shows. To be honest, I'm so glad they don't do this every week because I'd hate it, right? Mm-hmm. But man, I watched last week's, and holy shit, some of those matches were fucking killer. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like it is in such a good place. The stuff that I thought was really stupid before are so wonderfully stupid now, for the most part. Everything from your Dawn thing to Thea Hale to
hold on.
What?
You can't just dismiss that.
What?
The Don thing.
Oh yeah, the whole
Sorg,
bad stereotype Don thing. Yes.
Show the proper respect to Tony D, the Don of NXT. Tony D, the Don of NXT.
I'm pretty
who
sure
been better than Chris Pratt in a DeMario movie.
I'm pretty sure if I did that, it would show more disrespect versus you doing it. So
but at least set me up for it.
Okay, I will respect your setup from now on, Mike.
Sorg, my fantasy football team name is Tony D, the Don of NXT.
Oh shit, how's my fantasy football doing?
Not great this week.
I don't think it's been good. I haven't looked at it in 3 weeks. I won that first week. I'm like, oh, I'll be good. Well, wait. I'll wait. Oh, this is Tuesday, so we're past everything. Okay. How am I? Yeah. What am I at?
Well, I'll look and see where you're at. Sorg.
Where am I at? Hold on, I got
you
my team.
are.
I'm
You're beating Chad the Shad.
I'm beating Chad the Shad. That's what's important.
Yeah, and honestly, Chad the Shad, former Mayhem football champion.
So that's my Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're 2-4.
2-4.
You're the same record as Matt Carlins, who just joined us in the chat room.
You know what? I can be happy with not being last.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I qualify if I did a good job when I was playing Call of Duty. I'm never going to be first, but if I'm not last, that's a win.
That's how I play Fall Guys.
Yeah, that's also.
I was almost first once.
Oh, me and Chachi both, I think, ended up getting the crown or really close to it. Like one night when we were playing.
I've still never crowned. I've still never crowned.
Hey, I got a night off.
I did get the Xavier Woods skin on it.
I'm throwing out there. Dude, they like time. I wanted to go buy it and it wasn't there. They like timed them circulum or something. I know. I found out too late. I'm busy, man. I can't log into a Fall Guys because I don't have an Xbox in front of me half the time. So
get it for the Switch.
I don't have a Switch.
Oh, right.
And did they
get
put it
a
on?
Switch?
I gotta see if they put it on Nvidia. Maybe they put it on Nvidia by now.
I don't know.
Because then I can play it everywhere. Because they didn't put it on the cloud yet for Game Pass. I need that. I need that to happen. I need Xbox to open that up where I can just play games I own on cloud. Anyways, but other than that, what were we talking about? Wait, roll
Tony
back.
D, the Don of NXT.
No, there was something in between there that we were talking about.
The stuff you like on NXT.
Stuff I like on NXT. Oh,
I interrupted you because you disrespected the Don of NXT.
The Chase U stuff, the like there's just like a lot of it's getting who did that's right, the Thea was the one that was the one that took out Robert Stone.
Yes.
No, it's a lot more interesting. And even
what do you think about the Joe Gacy stuff?
I haven't taken. Has it been late the last couple weeks with it? Because I feel like I haven't seen much. So I don't, because I hated it before, and I don't think I've seen enough of it to give a notice to it.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means. I think it's just they're in a cool-off period with it or something right now, maybe.
A little bit, yeah.
But it feels like it. It feels like it's not like in my face a lot. Some of it, okay. I know you didn't watch tonight. Have they been doing these really bad soap opera vignettes as a role lately? Because they do this thing. Go ahead.
No. Like, what do you mean, like bad soap
So
opera?
the Diamond Mine is the one group?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see the Roddy last week in the next
No. I watched the. Wait, was it last week or this week? It's the one where they rolled him out on the wheelchair.
In the arena? Or
no, like at the hospital or something. That was last week. I watched both today, so it's blending together, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why is this like bad telenovela like with the music in the background and the close-up shots? I'm like, is this the thing? Is this the gimmick now? Is it what is this like over dramatized crazy stuff going on? It's so bad. It is like it's wonderfully terrible. But I don't know if we're supposed to notice, or if we're just really like what Mike,
it's supposed to be bad.
Mike, walk me through this.
It's supposed to be like hilariously funny.
Okay.
Like
they got some interesting sense of humors at NXT right now.
Well, do you remember the Johnny and Candace stuff they used to do?
Oh, when they're like in the house and everything?
Yeah.
But they didn't have like music and there was like
bullshit.
close-ups.
Yes, they did.
Oh, did they?
Bullshit. Yes, they. Remember when it looked like they were both going evil and they would like show like their glowing eyes and shit.
Okay, you got me there. There's definitely some Full Sail students just going fucking hog on production on these things.
Yeah, and the kicker to it for me is that the creeds are really, really good.
Oh
yeah,
they are. Yes, they are.
And I love that they can do both aspects of this. Like, I swear, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think Julius Creed is an eventual world champion.
Oh, jeez.
I truly believe that. I absolutely believe that. Whether it's NXT, Raw, SmackDown eventually, like, I truly, truly believe that. Like, I think Kid's got everything. Everything going for him. And I like, he was on the bump. Him and Brutus were on the bump talking to, I want to say, Big E and Tyler Breeze. And they were like part of the college circuit call up. Like they were part of that. And it's just insane to me how good they already are. And they've barely been doing this for like 2 years.
And you gotta give credit. So when you talk about the college call up, I think that one of the things where they are right about is having infinitely teachable people, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're somebody, and that is, I think that is, and please, anybody in wrestling, like, especially the trainers, our friends, like Dean Radford, Brandon K, if you happen to be listening, I know that you do. Marshall, anybody.
So I just looked up on Cage Match.
Yeah.
Julius Creed has 39 matches.
Right. So, like,
in his career.
But the biggest thing is teachability, right? As somebody that's not, that can absorb things, and I think that's one thing maybe they were running into. Hypothetically, they could have been running into at the Performance Center is somebody's been wrestling for 5, 10, 8 years, or 5, 10, 8 years. Yeah, that order. 5, 6, 7 years. Have one thing, they got to break all the bad habits that aren't going to work on WWE television, right? About how they work to be able to do 5 shows a week or whatever, on TV and secure times, blah, 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 blah. Like they got to do those. They get all the soft skills worked in. And if you're somebody coming straight in and you're building people from the ground up that already have a background to be able to get this, right? I think that's where, and the problem is, do they all have personality on top of the gifts, right? Does that all translate? And that's where it can get a little weird. So, oh boy, I'm going down. By the way, the graphics are amazing for Halloween Havoc. I just love this. It's just like an indie show with the best graphics budget.
Halloween Havoc on NXT has never missed.
No, it has not.
It hasn't missed.
This is great.
I'm truly excited.
This graphic for Dragunov, Breaker, and McDonough.
McDonough, yeah.
McDonough. I gotta put a little panache on
Irish.
The Irish panache on it because I know how to do an Irish accent.
Of course.
Yes. But well, there goes those listeners from Ireland. Ireland. Sure. The most terrifying triple threat of terror they're putting on this Saturday, 8 o'clock. I'm going to be doing an MMA show. Shotzi and Quincy, of course, is your hosts. We got Apollo and Grayson Waller.
By the way, the story. What do you think about the story between Apollo and Grayson Waller?
I'm not up on the whole story, but like the Apollo, like, is he doing this like fighting himself thing? Like that was interesting.
There was a bit where Grayson Waller blinded Apollo.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they're gonna be working the eyes of the match.
What?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah. Like picture the Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio feud, but like
without an eye falling out.
Without an eye falling out.
Hopefully.
And without a masked person in there.
Okay. All right.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in a blindfold match.
Okay. We have an ambulance match between Julius Creed and Damon Kemp. This is what the whole because what's his face went to the hospital, right?
Yes.
So that we're just talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. That is going to be a spin the wheel, make a deal.
They actually,
and so is the Apollo match too.
They already spun the wheel for that one.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be called a Weapons Wild match.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what it means.
Good friends, better enemies is the title on this too.
That's pretty much because they were the women's tag team champions, and Cora Jade turned on her immediately.
Yeah. The North American title match, which is there's actually a thing in front of this to see the first name. Mensa.
It's a six-way
Hayes,
ladder match.
Six-way Wesley, Von Wagner.
It's Carmelo Hayes, Oro Mensa, Wesley,
okay.
Von Wagner, and Nathan Frazier.
Climb the stairway to hell, it says on the graphic. So.
Oh yeah, Sorg, it's your standard stairway to hell ladder.
Yes, your standard stairway.
It's like the second or third time that it's happened.
Oh yeah? Wait, the stairway to hell?
Stairway to hell.
Oh really?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh my gosh, this is great. You got me so sold on this. What is Mandy doing?
Mandy, I think is oh no, she's a match with Alba Fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did set that up tonight. Okay, she's in the header graphic, but they don't have like a graphic for her on this page. I think it ran off, and there's no. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, last year it was a Stairway to Hell ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe Stark and Io Shirai, Toxic Attraction, and Indy and Persia, which was also very good. It was also really good.
Jeez.
But yeah, Stairway to Hell ladder match is a staple.
Okay.
A staple of Halloween Havoc.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Well, I stepped away for a minute. Okay. This is fun. Okay. This is great. Yeah. Sure. I'm in. I mean, this is gonna be a Sunday, late Saturday, if I have any energy after the show / Sunday morning watch, because I think I don't have anything to do Sunday. Amazingly,
I sit corrected. The first NXT Halloween Havoc, it wasn't a Stairway to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tables, ladders, and scares match.
Oh fuck.
And it was between EO and Candice.
Okay.
So you know it's good.
Oh boy.
But honestly, like if you want to go back and just watch the NXT Halloween Havocs, they haven't missed. Because the first one was Gargano versus. And
they've all been TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I remember they've been pretty tremendous.
Yeah.
So I think I even watched last year. I had to get. I'm like, I think I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to stick with NXT. Like I gave it a shot. That was like, if I don't like the Halloween Havoc show, I'm out. And it wasn't.
I mean, how could you not like the Lumberjack and Lantern match for?
It wasn't. Maybe I didn't catch it. I don't know. Maybe I was so out.
I don't know if you did because Chucky was on it last year.
I would have remembered that. Maybe.
Yeah. So you might not have seen. I
remember you being excited about it.
I'd throw it on. Yeah. Because it's good. You got Joe Gacy versus Malik Blade, which was fine. Roderick Strong and Odyssey Jones, I remember they had an okay match. But Mandy and Raquel had a really good match. That was a trick or street fight. Imperium versus MSK, which, everything about that. But that was a Lumberjack Lantern match.
I feel like I can't get away from Zachary Wentz these days, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's on every show.
And it was Ciampa versus Braun Breaker, which was really
I'm watching. Listen, Wentz. So Wentz and Trey, who they're good buddies. The whole Rascals thing. They came out together at AEW because there's a big tournament, and we helped doing the streaming for it this weekend. In Chicago. None of us were in Chicago except for Rob. But so we got I watched the first full night, and then Missy had to take care of the second night while I was doing RWA. And Wentz comes out, and he's like super hyped because I think it's the first time that they've reunited since he was released, technically maybe. And he comes out, and he was like hard slam dancing. Does this headbang thing, and I thought he was going to bang his head off of the top of the post. I thought it was the angle of the camera or something, but it was like, oh my God, but it was fine. Anyways, okay, so there's that. Now, look, I'm going to talk about standard. First of all, what are your thoughts, Mike, on this intermingling that's happening, half call-up kind of stuff that's happening right now? Cameron Grimes came up, brought the Good Brothers back with him for a match last night on Raw. Apparently had a match on Main Event. It seems like Sonya Deville popped up tonight. or today. I don't know. I can't. Today,
all right,
somewhere in the last 2 weeks. You know, like you know, the Pick Your Poison, where everybody's going to one show or another to bring back their Pick Your Poison partner or opponent or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how are you feeling about this kind of vibe that's happening, this intermingling with NXT at the moment?
Oh, you mean like treating NXT as part of the world between Raw and SmackDown?
What?
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I like that there's continuity. I like that everyone was on there for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like Roxanne showed up on SmackDown
Mm-hmm.
to find who she wanted to go up against Cora,
Mm-hmm.
and then Cora showed up on Raw to find who she wanted to go up against Roxanne. Like Cameron Grimes was looking to spread his money around to find a tag team, and he obviously found the most. You know, someone needed a second pool, and Cameron Grimes was more than happy to fund that second pool. That's a joke for Carl Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
who said he wouldn't come back unless he needed a second pool. But and Sonya Deville showing up and saying, "Listen, Mandy and I had our differences, but we ironed them out. And if Toxic Attraction is Mandy's girls, then they're my girls too. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't need a lot of story. I don't need a lot. A little continual thread.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you really need.
That's that
One or
Marvel
two
writer.
lines.
That's that Marvel writer right there.
That's what it is.
And I can't wait for every. Good.
Daredevil showing up because he gets his costumes from the same person that does She-Hulk's costumes. That's all you need.
Slash booty
Because
call.
otherwise, why would Matt Murdock be in San Francisco? No one knows.
There's a whole thing where Daredevil went to San Francisco actually in the books.
Okay, but
Yeah. It's not out of it's.
I know, but
yeah.
you know,
He just
you know
he just moved his practice. He just
ketchup and mustard, Sorg.
ketchup and mustard indeed.
Did that make her the relish? Ayo. Surprised I didn't make that joke.
She-Hulk smash.
In-
I think that's
Case closed. Seriously, if you haven't watched She-Hulk,
You gotta
need to
watch
watch
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, you gotta watch
She-Hulk's
She-Hulk.
really good.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's such a breezy binge too.
It's a joy
It's
too.
such a-
It's not heavy. It's just a joy, especially after like Moon Knight and Falcon and Winter Soldier
and Eternals
and Eternals and Shang-Chi was funner, but it's still kind of heavy, and Multiverse of Madness and like all the dark places they went. Although that was fun because it was Sam Raimi, but anyways, I can't wait for the She-Hulk assembled. Anyways, back to the thing. Raw. We got Good Brothers back. We got JBL and Baron Corbin is a thing.
By the way, JBL,
Yes.
get yourself a tailor. What the fuck, man?
They got all that Fox business money.
JBL out there looking like Tommy Pickles wearing his dad's suit. Like, I don't know what was going on with that. Like, I have a suit that fits me better.
Oh, I
That's
don't
saying
know.
a
I
lot.
probably don't know. I need a new tailor
By the way,
before a next function.
my suit for my wedding,
Mm-hmm.
the tailor that did it, he told me he worked on Paul Heyman's suit.
Oh wow!
Uh-huh.
Another Paul.
Right?
Yet another Paul Heyman connection for you.
Yes, I know. Well, because the dude, like, he was taking my measurements and everything, asking me, questions, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I worked on Paul Heyman's suits." I'm like, "Oh really?" I'm bragging about that for the end of time now.
Oh, I do have my next wedding attending lined up. By the way, it's just over a year from now, so and it is a wrestler wedding. I will not tell you yet who it is. So that's for off air. But I don't know if you watch the show, you probably know which one's coming.
Yeah, I have an idea. Tina also makes up a very good point in the chat room. Tina, forgive us. We haven't done this in a bit. Bray Wyatt's back, Sork.
Oh, there's a Bray Wyatt too.
We haven't talked about this yet.
Oh,
I completely forgot that we haven't actually discussed.
Oh my god! And then that promo on Friday, where it's like real Bray, and he talks about the people he lost and everything.
I teared up a little bit.
Oh, jeez, that was rough. Yeah, that hit some places for sure. But definitely, and it's keeping the curiosity. There's obviously another entity that he's in add-ons with.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
There's a couple potential entities.
Yeah. So
I like that they're keeping this very vague.
Yes, I mean it's going to stretch out, be a thing, keep the mystery, keep people talking about it, But I know it's pretty good.
So what did you think of the Bray Wyatt return extra rules? Like with the real life Firefly Funhouse.
Well, we talked about that the last show because we did the Sunday night
that's
show.
right. Yeah, we did.
We talked about that.
I was gonna say I thought we mentioned.
No,
Bray
we definitely
Wyatt
did.
Okay. But this is just the SmackDown bit.
Yeah. Thank you. I wanted to know what that song was that they played. "Shatter" by Code Orange is going on my playlist as well. Of course, there's another Code Orange song.
The song's called "Shatter."
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you know what this is then, right?
What, another clue?
Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
You know the movie Glass?
Oh my!
I think that's it. I did not know that song was called "Shatter," but
I think this is a rip. This is a rip from the pay-per-view.
First thing that comes to mind to me is Glass.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first. And when you think of Glass, and you think of movies,
mm-hmm.
Shamalama Ding Dong comes up.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
With multiple personalities, and they're talking to each other and everything like that. Like,
yeah,
who knows?
I need a good link to it because apparently the one on YouTube Music is like a rip of the actual
the reappearance.
Yeah, it's a rip off of the pay-per-view audio wise, which is unfortunate. So new theme song featured co-wars W. Yep, that is too. Oh, they're all bullshit. Come on. Anyways, Code Orange.
I saw people immediately like, "Hey, we need this song on Spotify."
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, everybody wants it. I need to listen more Code Orange probably. One of their songs is "Swallowing the Rabbit Hole."
Oh, there you go.
And by the way, Pittsburgh band. Yep. Well, Bray Wyatt has so many Pittsburgh connections. It's so interesting.
Catching flies. By the way, speaking of Pittsburgh, guess who's back?
Elias! Oh my God!
Back.
He's got a new song for us, and he didn't let Riddle play the bongos, but he promised one day. He got immediately involved. You know we're heading towards a four-way, right?
Oh yeah.
The Ali stuff is tremendous. I was showing.
Dude, Raw ended with Mustafa Ali standing tall.
Yes.
In the main event. Sure, sign me up for whatever the hell this is.
Absolutely, and
absolutely.
Like an Elias involved, and Seth is the champion. I am down for anything that happens from this.
And here's what I want. When Ali beats Rollins, because he should.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to start calling himself the champion of America. No.
But is he gonna do? Is it that thing where remember he was doing that kind of American flag like motif thing, like he was doing those promos, right? So I'm trying to remember because
it was almost like in the vein of Muhammad Hassan, but not
right, but more like it was. More racially charged or less?
No, it was less.
It was less. It was more like a because I'm trying to remember because it was over a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like they were like an America has failed you, but we can fight for it kind of thing, right? Like we can make America, we can remake America. Like I feel like under the old regime that would have been a heel move. Like this can be a more positive maybe spin on that if he does that. I want it to be like Kevin when Kevin Owens was. He did that Super America, thing when he got the U.S. title. Like I want it to be like that, right? And maybe he does. Maybe he does turn a turn. He becomes a little more better than you kind of thing, and tells everybody what's wrong with them, kind of thing. It can go either way, and it can be interesting enough, right? Depends on what screws they want to turn on that idea.
Apparently, Code Orange posted the lyrics to Bray Wyatt's new song. Do you want to hear the lyrics?
Are you going to sing them to us?
No. It's interesting.
Okay. Well, let's let everybody do that for homework.
I'll just retweet. I'll just quote tweet and I'll tag the Mayhem show so that everyone can see it.
That was the debut of their new song, by the way.
Yeah.
They posted the lyrics, the Shatter debuts, a new song Shatter on WWE, but I don't think it has been officially posted anywhere. Shatter Extended Edition, but again, I think this is all, these are all just polls from the pay-per-view themselves.
Oh, Tina literally just posted it in the chat room too.
The song or the lyrics?
The lyrics.
Okay. So, I mean, they might be timing this or something, but I'm really interested to see where this ends up. I love that this one article was on Knotfest, which is obviously and Rhea Ripley's on this page too. Huh. Oh, yeah, because they have one of her themes as well. Rhea Ripley back in the ring. She had a brain injury.
Oh, I'm so happy. So happy
tonight.
to see her back.
So, like, that's good to see. I think what tonight, because she didn't wrestle last night, right? This was her first night back. Was tonight?
Yeah, she's been doing some house shows, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad to see her back. Hopefully, this means more women's matches on Raw, because I gotta say it, because I say it for AEW.
Yeah, Potter was pointing out a tweet on this earlier as well.
Past 2 weeks. There's only been one women's match on both Raw and SmackDown each.
Very light.
Yeah. Granted, the women have been on ongoing through lines and backstage plots and everything. So there's been an ongoing story, which, okay, I get, but there's no excuse not to have two.
Yeah, we're not featuring them. Well, there's one excuse not to.
What's that?
The show in 2 weeks.
No, but I mean, Elimination Chamber was there, and they had.
That is true. It is true. Yeah. But maybe they're still lightening it. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Because there's been
and plus, like, I want to see a progression with the Nikki ASH thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if we're going further.
We really haven't seen her in a couple weeks.
No, we haven't.
No.
And again, this could be refreshing all these characters too, like, because Asuka was taken out in storyline, Alexa was taken out in storyline, like. There could be reasons. There could be boss time reasons for this. No one knows what's going on anymore. I'm just going to stop saying it at this point. And then the second I stop saying it, that's when it's going to happen.
We're about 10 till boss time. Anyways,
but like Alexa could be getting a refresh. She could be part of this whole Bray stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
She could be part of it. Nikki could be getting a refresh. Doudrop could be getting a refresh. I don't know if they know what they're doing with the 24/7 title yet, if they're doing anything.
It's been non-existent since Paul's takeover.
Yeah. I think it's been existent on the house shows.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Because I've heard news about that. Oh, it's me. It's me talking. Okay. Well. Sorry. Yeah. Well, So the shows have been good. Sami Zayn's been amazing as always. The interactions with him and the Usos, the Jay thing, the Jay is his problem thing that's come up is pretty great. I've been really happy with that. I've been so happy with that. Like, I don't even miss Roman when he's not there for 3 weeks. You know, at this point, it's been pretty great. Like, they carry it, right?
Oh my God. Historic. Since August 20th, 2022, there have been like 20 different 24/7 champions.
Are you serious?
And
none of them on TV.
They're all at house shows.
Oh, jeez.
3 of them have been referees.
Yeah, I've heard about that. And they're like local celebrities then too, right?
I don't think they've done that. I'm literally looking at the list of 24/7 champions.
I feel sorry for the one that has to keep up with that list out there. Listen, some people have to just deal with data and logging and collection and research.
Yep. This is on Wikipedia, so this This is technically unofficial.
Oh, okay. Is there? But there is a title page, so you know.
Yeah, but so Dana Brooke is still the current champion. Combined days. All right, Sword. Let's play a game. Let's play a game.
Okay.
Dana Brooke is the second longest reigning. 24/7 champion, next to R-Truth.
Okay.
R-Truth is obviously the one that's held it for the longest. Okay. How many days combined do you think Dana Brooke has held the 24/7 champion?
443.
All right. So
I don't know. Throw a number out there.
R-Truth has held it for 423 days combined.
All right. 339.
Dana Brooke is less than that.
339.
You're close.
Oh, really?
You're close.
What the hell?
316 days.
Whoa! 316!
Hell yeah!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow.
Dana Brooke 316 says, "I just schoolboyed your ass."
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh boy. I love it. I love it.
But honestly, like that's a championship that if we want to continue like this NXT stuff, that's a championship that should be going between all three brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still want for the day where Sami Zayn tracks down Dana Brooke and he pins her and he says, "Look, I brought some more gold to the bloodline."
That's it.
I still want it.
Yes.
I still want it very badly.
Yes. Yes.
Like I hope that happens at some point. I don't know if it's going to, but I hope it does. But you know, I was thinking about this. Crown Jewel is going to be interesting. Because as far as I know, I don't think the Usos can go over there.
Maybe.
They might be able to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Sammy doesn't go over there.
Yes.
So it might just be Roman and Solo heading over.
There's enough of them, you know, and Paul.
Yeah.
And Paul.
So, obviously. But
you know.
But it's interesting. Like, I don't know. I can also say, all right. So, we didn't talk about the denouement of NXT tonight.
Okay.
Speaking of Roman and you know what could potentially happen with Roman.
Oh, jeez, yes.
Austin Theory showed up at the end of NXT tonight, showing off the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now it's not uncommon, it's not unheard of for the Money in the Bank winner to go. Oh, actually, for the Money in the Bank winner, I don't think has ever gone after an NXT title, right?
No, I think you're thinking
that was Charlotte.
You're thinking the
Charlotte
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was Charlotte using the Royal Rumble to go after the NXT champion.
Yeah, against Rhea.
So this is different. It's interesting. Oh, you know what else I was thinking of though? Oh no, that was still the Rumble. Never mind. I was thinking of Edge going to NXT to talk to Balor and. But yeah, that was still the Rumble. But I don't know if Theory's gonna show up at Halloween Havoc. I think that'd be interesting.
I don't think they teased it for nothing.
No, I think they teased it to get people to watch. It is the go-home show after all. Like,
and everybody lives in Orlando that showed up tonight, probably.
And plus, there is someone who lives down in Orlando who probably would not want Austin Theory to become the NXT champion, and he goes by Mr. Bananas. You know, he lives down there.
Yeah.
I can see Theory trying to run in and Johnny Gargano taking him out. Because I still want a world where Johnny Gargano takes that briefcase off. That's me.
Johnny Gargano teasing The Miz.
Oh my god,
it's so good. It's so.
I need like he had a literal whistle in his hand because he was going to be a whistleblower. And he said, "Yeah, I'm using this for dramatic effect."
Yep.
Like that's our Johnny Flag Pants. Right?
That is the Johnny that we've known for a while. Yes.
That is Johnny Flag Pants. Right?
That's what that is. Power Rangers birthday party, Johnny Gargano that we've had on the show. Yes, and I'm so glad he's doing it on this. Like,
now I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think the story between The Miz and Dexter Lumis is?
Oh, I don't know. I have no. I don't have any fathom of an idea of this.
I mean, it sounds like they actually do have something.
Yeah. Like there's some kind of history. Maybe
it
involves a movie role or something. Something they're gonna. Maybe he's supposed to be in the Marine 7. I don't know.
So here's my thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and this is me spitballing an idea. Obviously, I think Miz might have flaunted his marriage with Maurice too much, that it upset Dexter and Indy because their marriage was torn apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Miz might have been the one to call the cops when Dexter reunited with Indy at NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if that's the case, that's a fun story.
That's good, but on a side note, I do like the part where we when the Garganos might take over Miz and Mrs. was.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
Instead of Miz and Mrs., give me Mr. and Mrs. Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that show all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Flag Pants and Poison Pixie. Sure.
Real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. What are your thoughts? Have you seen the reports of the backstage reality show that might be coming up from AEW? I think they're just starting to shoot it now. I'm presuming this is kind of a replacement for the Rhodes project since they left the company. So
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
All right.
No, because
we don't know the context for the show too. We don't know the context.
We don't, but I think for them to start pitching / filming a backstage show when the stuff that's been happening just in the past couple months at AEW backstage.
Yes, but this is probably something that was been in the works since well before that.
I'm sure it has been. I'm sure it's been in the works since Cody left. But read the room. Read the room a little bit.
Yeah.
Read the room. I get it. I'm sure Discovery and TNT and all that stuff, they want a replacement for Rhodes to the Top.
They love reality shows and
it's probably cheap to produce.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But
that's why they love it. That's why they took a hatchet to all the scripted stuff, because that's their way to make money,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. When it comes out, am I going to watch it? I'll probably give it a shot because
journalistic integrity.
Of course, something.
Watch it like it's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA Knight, baby. Oh man, it's such a good week. Such a good week. Oh my gosh, wrestling was so good.
See, this is also another reason why WWE hasn't had more than one women's match a week, because they are bringing back all these people.
Yes, it's getting there's a lot going on.
It's getting a little cluttered, and I think once we get all the returns back that they want to bring back, I think we're toward the end of it. I think War Games is going to be probably the last cycle of that until a surprise return at the Rumble or something like that, like Cody or Adrenaline, whenever he comes back. But yeah, they've been bringing back a lot of people. Like Braun Strowman came back, LA Knight came back, Amos came back from not being on TV for a while, and we're gonna get Amos versus Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel, which that sounds exciting. Big meaty men slapping meat.
Oh boy, I've been yelling that a lot lately. I forget. I yelled it backstage at one of the shows this weekend.
Have you seen the clip recently?
I have actually. Yeah, I did a week ago on Twitter. It was reposted or something.
I love the clip.
Oh, the clip itself is so it takes a while for him to get to it, and it's just so good. It's so much joy.
I love how he doesn't even start with big meaty men slapping meat. It's just bumping meat, and that breaks everyone. Just bumping meat.
Oh, so good, so good. Let's roll. A little bit indie corner here. Again, I was involved. I was at the RWA Bloody Harvest show, and I was at the VCW Grave Encounters show. I got so many Grave shows. Like there's 2 of them this weekend.
But do any of them have a Scareway to Hell match?
No, none of them had a Scareway to Hell match. But first of all, I love that. So Gory, we all know Jason Gory, scary spoopy wrestler. He came out as his angelic character, which I've never seen. He's never done in a promotion that I've been able to attend or watch. So he came out as this unannounced. You know, nobody knew who he was until he took the mask off. And he came out to I can't remember who does it, but it's Golgotha or something from the Crow soundtrack. I listen to it all the time, but I don't know the name of it. So I appreciate that. But you'll love this. I'm pretty sure the beginning of it, like because he puts this kind of like trumpety thing before it. Mike, I think it's Miro's theme music. Because I'm just like, Miro? And then it goes into Golgotha. I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, kind of thing. So it's worthwhile. I know, Mike, you have the link there. I recommend checking out to see how Gory kind of wrestles a little different. It's kind of fun. It was really kind of fun. I got fist bumped this weekend by a Hall of Fame ring.
Excellent.
Because I got to meet, I was on last show. Yeah, I saw him last show, but ran into Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express walking in by my production booth. And I'm like, go shake your hand as you do. And he went for the fist bump, and I saw the WWE ring. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. And what else happened this weekend?
That's like when I got to wear a Yankees championship ring.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get to wear it, but I think I
got to wear that shit.
Yeah, well, I know what somebody was telling me about. Like they let you wear it, like when you get photo ops and stuff with a lot of the Hall of Famers, like at Comic Cons and stuff. So, what was the other thing that I learned? I'm trying to remember what happened on Sunday. Sunday was eventful, but I can't remember what I could tell you about. When you bring a casket out and you just straight up use the Undertaker music is interesting. They had druids.
Well, I mean, it is a funeral.
Mike, they had druids and everything.
Of course they did.
Like straight up. Like I just love the attention to the detail that happened with these places, right? There's some good minds on all the promotions that we work with. And that was, and I need to go through some more of the Rise Wrestling show to see what happened there. And also being the idea and the concept from Twitter of MV Young being booked into a casket match, which is his second in 1 year, while he was doing laundry. It was fun to see unfold the other day too. No, great stuff. Always a fun time there. What did I learn from wrestling this weekend? Wrestlers are typically the most behaved at a Denny's. There you go. So, and we introduced somebody at Texas Roadhouse for the first time. How can somebody be wrestling for nearly a decade and never encounter a Texas Roadhouse on the road?
I mean, it's kind of regional.
It seems regional.
Kinda.
I find Texas Roadhouse everywhere except
you
Texas.
You go everywhere.
Right.
No, they just call them roadhouses there.
Right. Thank you. You got our joke from Sunday.
Ironically, Terry Funk's at all of them.
Yes, absolutely. Mike, what'd you learn from wrestling?
Oh God, what did I learn?
Chat room hit me up too.
Jesus, what did I learn from wrestling this week? I learned that Johnny's a blabbermouth.
Okay. I
learned Johnny's a blabbermouth. He's gonna spill the tea, as the kids say, next week. No, I also learned that. Oh, all right, and this is something maybe we can get into next time a little bit more. I finally figured out what my issue with AEW is. Tony Khan is the Zack Snyder of wrestling.
Oh, it's the right company, I guess. Okay.
No,
Explain.
I mean, like...
Explain.
it just between the rabid fan base of
Mhm.
both AEW and Snyder Bros, who won't accept any criticism about anything ever, and a lot of it has to be like dark, gritty, hard hitting, like all that stuff. And it's just like because I was watching, I was trying to keep focus on myself at work, so I put on the Zack Snyder's Justice League in the background just for noise. And I was listening to it, and I'm like, these are AEW promos. Like they really are. For better or for worse. And I don't like a lot of the Snyder movies. So it kind of tracks. Like, are there things I enjoy? Yes, I like Shazam. But that's like your Orange Cassidy's. That's like,
Okay. I have something for you. If
God.
AEW is the Snyderverse of pro wrestling, then Defy Wrestling is the Justice League Director's Cut.
You realize I didn't like that, right?
Yes, I know. And,
Wow,
and it's
okay.
darker and grittier than what you see on AEW.
But see, here's the second realization I made.
Okay.
AEW and this, it's DC Comics.
Okay.
No, like it is.
Okay.
Because
all right.
because they have a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to focus, but there's so much crap going on. Meanwhile, WWE is the MCU. Like, NXT might as well have been She-Hulk, because you're bringing in people from Raw, you're bringing in people from SmackDown. There's all this crossover talk, and it's all connected. AEW feels very disjointed to me when they jump from storyline to storyline. There are a couple through lines in there, obviously, but it feels very disjointed to me. And then sometimes you'll get stuff like the Suicide Squad, which is it canon? No one knows. You know what I mean? Like, so that's where I'm at with this, because I keep seeing previews for Black Adam.
Yes.
Going to see it on Thursday.
Yes. I got my tickets lined up too.
Yep. I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, now The Rock has spoiled something himself. He has spoiled it. I'm not going to say it here because I'm upset I found out about it because The Rock spoiled it himself. I'm not going to say what it is.
Nobody's going to get The Rock in trouble.
No, exactly. No one's going to get The
He's
Rock.
probably a producer on the movie, so.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I'm sure he's double.
I won't be surprised if I don't see a $7 in front of that thing.
Yeah, of course. But is that canon? I have no fucking idea. Like no one knows where anything fits in to the DC movies and stuff. Like, it's all jumbled. Whereas there are people who have made supercuts of the MCU timeline, like in timeline order, minute by minute. Like what you have to, like, first you watch the first couple minutes of Thor: The Dark World, where they talk about prehistory stuff. Then you watch some of the Eternals. Then you watch some of Captain America. And they literally go from the beginning of time to the end of She-Hulk, I guess, which would be the most current thing in MCU. Like they literally go through the whole thing. And DC doesn't have that. What I'm basically saying is that AEW needs a Kevin Feige.
I put something.
That's really what I learned. AEW needs a Kevin Feige.
I put something in the chat room for you, because I think you need this T-shirt. This is a T-shirt from one of my favorite YouTube channels, Toy Galaxy. Why don't you pull it up real quick and react?
Yep, I like it. That's good.
Literally, the shirt is it canon?
Yep.
Yes. Because there's always a bit. This is the. Do you watch Toy Galaxy?
No.
Recommend.
Okay.
By the way, I would please look it up. We'll just leave it at that and find the one about your favorite thing and let them go. Okay.
Maybe I have seen it.
They do some deep. I share them a bit from time to time. They do some deep research on. The idea is it's television shows that were based on like selling toys and stuff, like He-Man, Transformers, and then like Gundam Wing and things like that.
I have watched one of these.
Yeah.
For Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot more because they do one on like I think they have one on each movie now.
I don't acknowledge that third movie.
No, but they walk you through why you shouldn't. So.
No, I don't acknowledge.
But no, that's one of the jokes.
The third TMT movie for me is that animated one with Captain America in it.
Oh, he is in it, yeah.
And Buffy.
Who did he play in that one?
He played Casey Jones.
He was Casey Jones. I recently tried to watch
And Sarah Michelle Gellar played April.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart was a bad guy.
Patrick Stewart plays a bad guy.
Wild. He does. Did he do a Toy Soldiers remake or something?
No, he was in this Die Hard in a prep school called Mastermind.
That's what I'm thinking. That's right. He ended up like a bad.
I saw that on Tubi.
Yeah,
I saw that on Tubi.
By the way,
I watched the shit.
I am hating Google
great.
TV has integrated all the like free Tubi Pluto stuff now, and so it's like here's something you should watch, and it's like just bad movies on Tubi and Pluto TV. I was like, I don't think so. Like, I don't want to watch a bad movie and have ads.
Sorg, on Tubi, Masterminds is still there.
Of course it is.
I'm telling you.
I'm pretty sure it's been recommended to me recently because I keep seeing this weird Patrick Stewart image pop up on my thing.
Sorg, it's an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It's Die Hard in a prep school.
I know. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
See it again.
See it again.
See it again. I've seen it. Like I want this on TV.
I'm trying to get myself through Beetlejuice again. But anyways, Saturday movie turned to New Kent. Oh, there's a show in New Kent this weekend. Interesting.
I'm going to post the link for Masterminds in the chat because everyone should watch it.
Oh man, they're calling Halloween Havoc. Somebody's getting sued. Anywho. Wait, they're doing a show called Halloween Havoc the night that Halloween Havoc, the pay-per-view, is happening? Oh, boy.
Facebook won't let me send the link.
Because it's Tubi, and it says no.
I guess.
Don't do this to yourself. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to double-check one time. Give it up one time for the chat room. Thank you, everybody, that's joining us. This worked out well. I think we had more people watching us than usual. I don't know if it's because it was a special night or whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. So next week, I don't know. We're going to be discussing. We may be on at 9 o'clock. We might be on at 10 o'clock. You weigh in, too. Let us know. GoodTimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com on that, or your take on Mad Mike in the Snyderverse of AEW. And all those kinds of things that we'll get. We might read it on the show next week. Snyderverse. I need to put that Snyderverse AEW. I gotta figure out how to title that, and I don't know.
AEW Snyderverse.
AEW Snyderverse. Okay. Well, we'll just put that out there. Okay.
Yeah. AEW EU Snyderverse.
AEW EU
extended universe. That'll be Dark and Dark Elevation.
Extended Snyderverse, maybe.
No, but AEW Dynamite, the Snyder Cut.
The extended universe is the YouTube shows in AEW.
Yep.
Which is, by the way,
see, I watch AEW.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, AEW is the Peacemaker.
Ooh.
See, I'm telling you, this all tracks.
Indeed.
And is Peacemaker canon? We don't know. Is AEW canon? Not sure.
Yeah. And
so you know what this means. RJ City is the John Cena of AEW.
The lead of both those shows walk around in their underwear.
Oh my God. We are through the looking glass here.
Wow.
I just DP, this is for you to clip. We have just proven RJ City is the John Cena of AEW.
On that note, thank you so much. This has been the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We'll see you guys next week. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.